Right, welcome again to the Tribune Salone Sports Show. And as usual, I get me co-host them with Emmanuel and Michael Dopeii, the champ. Michael, I see why you picture what they sent to me. Now, so they play soccer, they run athletics, fantastic athletes as well. And almost Emmanuel, a tennis man, they follow the Aussie Open strong one.
Oh yes.
Also, we be supposed for host Ibrahim today for tell about the Sierra Rock energy then tournaments with them for host for regional teams them like the regional association them, so therefore play inter-regional football competition, southern region, northern province, southeast, northwest, whatever, western area, urban, rural. And that competition, they I think they belong get 30 million leons or so to the regions there for prep, and then give 100 million leons as support to the Premier League board. They be supposed for cancer with more on that, but unfortunately get very disappointing news this morning, and he began for call off. So we're not going to host time today, but we will find time. But don't worry, this show will be amazing and exciting as always, fun. All you need for do join the conversation and be part of the show, share the live as we go do we give away again today to 5 people with the usual money we can give to the
Some
winners
man them
them.
ban, oh. Some man them ban, Maggie, not forget.
Eh.
Man on 3 match ban.
Yeah. Give me Thursday on ban. Give
Okay,
me
thank you.
Thursday on
Give
ban.
me on 3 match ban.
And then on 3 match ban.
Yeah, I
And
gotta
I
give
see
you a 3 ban.
the soldier woman we win yesterday self.
Uh-huh.
We win last week. He don't put us if he say they can win back.
I like confidence.
So it's all depends on how things go. Yeah. It all depends on how things go. So we dey look how we dey go with the show today. But honestly, Yusuf, how they are able for make the show become exciting. If only you support, we just share the live and make more people come on board. We go share the first hashtag for the first draw, but let we go with the show. First up with Emmanuel, where they go on his side inside the sports world, the Aussie Open. So many good results, critical results, and withdrawal with we see one major one, Rafa Nadal, we been get for the world due to you know the the fact that he's not able to continue anymore in the tournament. And we see and the Murray don't get a run of good match.
Yes, Magdalene. Good evening once again, and to the viewer out there on Akusha, on Akaba, on Adu, and to me, co-host, the great man, Michael Dopeii.
No, now Emmanuel send for me picture them all. Emmanuel I send picture them for me.
No, I need this. I need that to us. I need this. All love.
Maggie, indeed, those photos and they get for be very good when you do promo for her. Come on, man! I like the man in muscles them in the display. Yeah, Magdalene, and we see the Australian Open. They get very tough and very tight. Presently, within the round of 16, and we see from the male category we are in, and the figures the way them been tick say them is supposed to win the Australian Open already done the eliminated. Because we see Tiafo, the American Sierra Leonean,
Yeah.
also being go out. And also, and the Mori been get a fantastic match against Tinasi Kokanikos. But we see that one of the match we don't play for the longest time in the Australia Open.
Yeah.
They play for over 6 hours some minutes. It was a
Yeah.
late night tennis. And the Murray Emmanuel gets only one hit present with the play on tennis. They end up for a match victorious in that match. But he been get a difficult run as he been get for loss to Batista from Spain yesterday because during the match he suffered again an injury where make him not be able well fit for finish the set in a proper shape. But trust me, it was a tight match against Batista, even though we had the Mori be injured, but the fans were really entertained for their money.
Yeah,
And
it's like the nerves on the old guys don't, they don't, they get issues, like they never
yeah,
stand the young one them anymore because lots of injuries with them knees or ankle and all.
yeah. And remember, Magdalene, I've been telling you that most of the big names that we will get into the tennis, we are into well conditioned for this Australia Open. Most of them will suffer injuries. We see even the likes of Djokovic presently self-injured when he play. You see the lip, so certain ball and we send for I know they will go not like the Djokovic we use for no. Instead the struggle with in Thai. You see, always they don't strap. And even like the new names that are coming into, like this Flitova, another lady from Czech Republic, she's something like 17 plus years old. And where they put up an outstanding performance in the female category presently. Instead gets a win yesterday, but he suffered again another thigh injury. And today we see my own all-time best winner presently, Coco Gauff, was knocked out of the round of 16. And that was a sad moment for me in the tennis match today. And I hope say she will find courage and bounce back very strong in
Yeah,
next
with
year.
Coco, a lot of people be don't think being that no Serena, because Serena of course they don't bow out
Yeah,
respectfully, and also no Naomi way for be a
Naomi.
tough opponent
Yeah,
for so a lot of people they look at say Ingo able for come up and show that kind that standard for take up the mantle now as the new face of the sport, but it was rather unfortunate for and that was a sad way for exit the tournament.
yeah. But yeah, that's it, Mag. Like it's sports. Sometimes in the game now of tennis, there are no underdogs because everybody they come in now for win and for compete, no longer coming in to participate. And also we see again, the Russian born Mendevev, also was knocked out, by this kid called Kodak. And this kid presently also win a match today. Don't move again into the quarterfinals. This guy Kodak in Papa they win the Australian Open in 1998. And now in Peking also don't come into the tournament very strong and very challenging. It a tough time. And I think for me when I watch in game, the way he play Mendevev, I really know say is one of the names and being tick for win the Australian Open presently, except if a muscles get cramped, they suffer injuries or fatigue. Well, because it gets a similar game to that of Djokovic. Very strong service, very good rally, and he get very good ball placement. So he's one of the names that I'm looking up to. And Baptista also they put up a very good, outstanding run, and we give him a look again for the Australian Open. So any one of these people within the quarterfinals can win. Because again, forget another interesting match again in the round of 16 as the Australian number one Alex Demino get for battle against the all-time superstar Djokovic in the tennis world. And that's going to be a big match wherein I think whosoever win that match will be the number one tick for win the Australia Open. Because this now be one of the predictions that when the draws may come out that there's every tendency that Alex Zemino go meet up Rafa Nadal. And at the end of the day, we don't see them all meet up in the round of 16. So we will look at that trend that any one of the way able win that match might win the Australia Open or be the number one tick for win the Australia Open. And you see Ons Jabwa, the Tunisian and the number two seed also been crashed out of the Australia Open. It was a sad moment for him. But we see Magdalene, a lot of crackers and shaking that take place in the Australia Open this year. And more names than they come up. And one thing about the female category, and the Wimbledon winner, she's also doing outstandingly well. She gets a very good run today in a match. And no, we watch out for that lady. She might likely win. That is Gabi Konneh. She might
Yeah.
likely win the Australian Open because she defeated the world number one Iga Swiatek today. Swiatek was a tick of this Australia Open after Ash Barty
Yeah, Ashbat.
retired. She was a tick to win the Australia Open. So interestingly today, the Wimbledon winner eliminated Igaswartek today in a two-set 6-4 win, and which was another shake, another you know amazing news within the tennis world in Australia. We were like, wow, she's putting up a very good run, and we hope for see. Remember last year when we made it, so I tell you in a performance at Wimbledon that I think for me this is the next number one in tennis that I'm seeing because
Yeah,
this kid
you know,
Magdalene, she can rally, she can serve, she can put this ball properly. I saw all
yeah.
that in a match today.
One thing with the women's category in tennis when it comes to ranking, since the time where Serena been dominate for a long time, it has been like ups and downs for some players. It will be Naomi this time, Ash Barty before she retired, and different um names them. So it's like then gets more chances and opportunities for take whosoever out of the place and somebody take the position. All right, Emmanuel, we go come to international sport because see me, you get not to miss if another Manchester game. Yeah,
You
yeah,
know, you give
Manchester.
yourself.
Yeah, don't people they talk, not talk. Two less man, 30 yesterday, na bro, na bro. Not talk. Oh.
I will tell you. I will play fine. I will give you. Don't worry.
No,
You come.
una
I
try.
will dissect the game for now.
No, you
Today
not play
football.
fine with much expects to Modric.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, the
Oh,
new
you will
man.
come to your side. I
Yeah.
wait.
Player on a Tiff National, yeah.
Oh
Not
yeah.
if give
Keep
money
the
quick.
so we got people they predict. Somebody Ibro say 2-2, other person say 2-1. Okay, we see the prediction them. And Dimi no happy, Dimi no happy. He say so them ban me, me na the show today. So say hi to Emmanuel. He also they say hi to Emmanuel and Michael. Dimi, you win with your now
Me
six hundred,
say I
now
today.
six
Not say I
hundred you
today.
now
Today is
six
the man.
hundred you clean show 2 days, two
I will tell
hundred.
you. And I'm first
All
to
right,
collect.
yes, So quick one we see one of Sierra Leone players way based abroad been get for do donation of football boots to players that way based na the East Station community when Augustine Williams. Be promising for Canada the show, but he traveled to US yesterday back and get back to me say tired, but hopefully we'll go host time in the coming weeks. If not next week, we don't settle well. Augustine began for donate to Fant Hill Station and it been give some money as well, Emmanuel. What does this mean for we sporting ambassadors there? Because being a pro player, it means you're an ambassador representing the country already.
Yeah, Magdalene, I think this is a good and kind gesture we Augustine do. And this is what we're all looking on to from with brothers that are playing out there. In, after we don't come out there and get some outstanding performance and make some money, we also don't forget from that we get we younger brothers, then we the struggle through the sport just so the play. So it's always for me a welcoming idea, and I really appreciate what you do at least for go back home from the little way they make out there and share with the younger ones there. It means a lot because Magdalene, most of these boys they under for buy a boot, we know how challenging it is. Most of the times when we can go then down short street for buy a boot, Magdalene, most of the time that short street they can charge you up to them 200 or 300,000 just not short street. And if you go like Mohammed Kallon sports shops or other sports shops, it's much more expensive than that. So for make you the play no more is Saturday to Sunday, they're under club contract and for pull 300,000 go buy a proper boat Magdalene. It takes extra grace, extra blessings for make you raise that money there and go buy those boots and play. So for make you get somebody who go come in and give you a whole boot play this sport where you love, it means a lot in the life of we brothers and that's a big blessing for Augustine and we know say God go bless her in her career as you dey push her out there. And we dey talk to my brothers and that are also out there. The word philanthropy, it's a worldwide term. It's also in sports. Whatever leads to where you can contribute and help with younger brothers that are playing the sports
Now,
out. So do it. It
now
means a
Aziz,
lot.
then na Kamalo you talk for so now Emmanuel.
Oh yes, Magdalene, even up to Aziz, they're doing extremely well out there. You little can be a much to them, it can make a difference in the life of people. We dey see the likes of Mohamed Kallon and be do So we expect we other brothers and for continue for do the same in whatsoever leads way. So more respect and more blessing for we brother Augustine for such a kind gesture.
Well, Emmanuel, you know what's don't happen now? The keyboard need to show me hashtag. Oh. Now just found.
Hey.
Yeah, so I have to put the hashtag now. All right, so Michael Dopeii, the thing wey funny about this picture now, this guy they look him they look the guy like you want to go
Man,
chow.
watch the guy like say that they can
I see this picture, I was laughing and I was like, oh my god,
You
it's
want to watch
funny.
sexy guy they
Yeah.
come from.
Hey, bo, I defend the hashtag. Oh, I not say it. So then if you want to happen today. Oh. I wait till they go on. All right, so that's it for Augustine. Who was a thanks to for the gesture, and he hope for do more as he say because the boys that they serve they look up to her now as a role model, Michael. So
Yeah.
what do you think about this? I think I will think about that it's high time maybe we self start for do something now and help back up.
No, look, it's a very, very good, a kind of heart, kind gesture. Not so only because one thing I'll say, you don't have to be a professional to give back. You can be an average Joe, and you can still give back to the people and your
Well,
community.
now so you take balance the give back.
Bro, don't turn on each, don't turn each. I do the giveaway. Now line up, the line long first.
The line long forth.
Yeah, I know the people that were there before I reach. Man,
No,
I
not
need
so
to
you
go.
know, not so you don't give away. You don't pull out from professionals now. So they
Yeah.
look
Bro, like professional, like then they give, then you forgive. But you don't need for me
No, but you're not
professional.
professional.
don't be.
That's semi professional.
See,
That's semi pro.
once when
Like,
they won next week, they don't abandon his sport.
that's semi pro. But yeah,
You
like
don't abandon abandon position.
I need to show like also even besides the giveaway, the time that he's taking to go back to the community, that time where they take for go to the Bobo there, indulge there, encourage them, talk to them because once upon a time it been at the same position suddenly. So for the fact that say that in the give that motivation for this young one they say not give up because like I man they say you go now then sports shop then a turn they're very expensive, very costly. So most of these Bobo there, football or sports is a way for them to provide for their loved ones and their family. So, like somebody like Augustine going to the community and giving his time to I just catch coach because some people don't get skill, but that mental capacity they not get for. But I think in the provider help play in terms of mentality of how the game they work way they outside of the pitch. Not only tell you they inside, you see the game different. People like that they because they know they don't talk professional then get that insight of the technical aspect of football. But the young one there then just want to play the game. So like the fact that they give him time, go there, go talk to them, encourage there, and also donate. It's a big encouragement for the rest of the other guys to do what he does, myself included. Go back now. We go for the coaching. We do coaching.
Well
No
said.
He never put you. He never. Na you more the people they go wait for because they go have to see how they do you what they call as an athlete. So
no, I
it
promise.
makes
If we're
sense.
gonna do it, we're gonna do a clinic. I'm gonna do a 2 days coaching clinic.
That's
Alright,
good.
that would be fantastic, and I know a lot of people would like to see that.
Yeah, yeah. And I'll bring a lot of donations. I if I talk to them where and if I begin give me them spikes there.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god. Now they not the wala day. I they get serious issue with my computer now. So Emmanuel, the talk of the week is your team FC Kallon, they get freedom balance on that game.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes, Magdalene. And it's a serious issue, Magdalene. And and remember, first and foremost, it all started, from with qualification ban wey been take place. Remember the last I've been telling you that the way things are going for us, FC Kallon, out of the pitch is affecting us inside the pitch. Because there are a lot of administrative blunders where the team they put up with that affect the performances of the boys. And if the team they continue so, we not going to win this Premier League. Because if you want for win the Premier League, you need to get a discipline management, a discipline house. And for make we see you, they get a ban from the international world and the FA never put on public, that still it transcend into the actions in the league. Because remember, when we get a match where we play again, was it at Academy? They may allege we see you, Mohamed Kalon, that they may
Ah,
slap one of the
a,
referee officiators there,
a police feel.
police field. And that issue they may still do on, solve it. Then he raise up this allegation on Facebook, that referee tell and say, hence, like in the coach, you get PhD, get ever able win match, win the ref. And that was a strong allegation. You see, some of them things in the form, we don't put an official complaint to the FA instead of putting it in public like that. And you all know, say, there is a petition from the referee association concerning you. So that bring a big disrupt for the match against FCFC. But where I've been so disappointed, Magdalene, was with the Premier League board. Before the referees them, they don't put up short a decision, they may don't inform them. Why they not find a way for solver whereby they know see that game is not being hosted by FC Kallon. It's being hosted by Freetown City Council. Why should council suffer when they are the host for what they didn't commit? For an offense that they didn't commit. If FC Kallon was the host, maybe it should have been better. But this was City Council hosting. And we know Magdalene waiting it involved for get prep, for put these boys together for play a single match. We know the financial cost that is involved. Not on the day when the team that are getting ready to go and play, and you send them a notice that the referee then send them the boycotts. For me, it was very unfair for the for Freetown City Council and even FC Kallon. Then for me, don't get an earlier notice, and that for me be better for me.
Yeah, Michael Dopeii, you get anything for say with regards that?
Yeah, I come across. I know say you write a little article. I see, I read what you write, and I come across it with other various pages. Look, at the end of the day, you know, and the thing this only for differentiates. That Mohamed Kallon is a professional. He don't play overseas. He don't play in one of the biggest clubs in the world. So if he know the capability and how far he himself, you putting your hands on official or arguing is not the right way to handle yourself in terms of a professional environment. I'm not saying a Salone day, but it doesn't matter. The game, not the game. So it no matter who say it is. You need to respect the officials. The same way when they watch Premier League, where they expect. If you see coaching at the sideline, for example, Jurgen Klopp. If you see Jurgen Klopp, the alap at the referee, they make noise. They ever put your hand on her. And the fact say, even if they out of line, the referee they take action. They get a red card, they get a yellow card. But they don't get a red card, but Klopp they don't get a red card, but there's so many coaches where the referee they don't get a penalty because they feel like the behavior is unacceptable. So the referee doing his job, which is supposed to do, you as a club or owner or a promoter or whatever you are, you don't have the authority. You don't get the authority to go put your hand in the ref. And his controversial is costing the team because obviously in the CEO of the team. So therefore, that need to affect the bubble mentally for men and play game because right now, last week they not play. So mentally, as a footballer, it mess you up because you don't think when we get for go on the pitch because it's got nothing to do with the players. It's all to do with the board and the committee and the FA.
Okay.
Look like say only for ban me manu. Maybe after that make the hashtag now.
Yeah.
Back
Uh,
back uniform banner. Oh banner hashtag ne okay.
yeah, Dopeii, as you early on mentioned, and we for me like the expectation for Mohamed Kallon is always up
Be very
there.
high.
Yeah, and is our legend and is someone that we
Exactly.
all of high esteem in terms of the game. He knows the in and out of this game.
Exactly.
Going publicly like that, it means a lot. It means a lot. And
Yeah,
one simple message you put there, it attracts millions of people in
that's the
nationwide,
point.
worldwide. So
Yeah,
he has to be very careful with what he puts up there. You
that's the
see,
truth.
and we dey try for give we association some amount of beauty in we game where we dey play. And if we want for modernize and give some beauty to we game, I think it get for start with discipline and wait till we dey put up on the media. Because by so doing, these referees, there's an amount de like we.
I
If
know.
somebody makes short a statement against you, there is a channel. You see, at least right to the Premier League board and the referees association concerning this person. You can complain and then they can investigate. You see, but putting it wide there, it like you're bringing into play other referees that are not involved in short things. And people out there now will begin for waiting, underestimate the credibility of the referees then.
Yeah, even the
So
referees
most
they
of the
feel
times, yes, then they feel funny. They're not going to call them for any international
yeah, they go
duties
feel
and
unsafe
appointment.
to work
Yeah,
because you got to think about it. The player they do their own job for
yeah,
play. The coaching staff they do their own job for help the player they play. The referee they do your own job for officiates the game. Everybody
yeah,
get a own job where a own role and position where they play. So
yeah.
if without a ref, there is no game. No lie.
That's
Football, you
true.
need somebody to
That's
officiate.
true. That's
Without an
true.
officiator, you just kick the ball around for way ball, kick, 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 kick. So the reason why they referee and strike by that game for me, I reckon, they feel unsafe based on the behavior where they come out from the Kallon FC camp.
Yeah,
Understand? I
yeah,
think the best solution maybe maybe them sit down and figure out what the problem is and come up with some sort of ideology or structure or even involve the whole FA and involve the whole team. Maybe the FA then get meeting with the CEO there of every single club or the coaches there from every single club and also get like the captain there of every single club and go and sit down, they create a structure because that's what they do now. Like Premier League say all there. Before the season
yeah,
they begin, they have a
yeah,
meeting. All the club they
yeah,
go have meeting with the referee there, and he can
yeah,
bring a representative, which are the captain, so you can
yeah,
understand moving forward. This is how the season is gonna be like, this and that. So you don't get that misunderstanding. Say, oh, this is not supposed to happen. And the good thing about we own game of love, we game of the play in Salone is very raw.
yeah.
So that
That's
part
true.
they did it is very
That's
raw.
true. That's
Yeah,
true.
but to watch English Premier League, there's so much technical behind it.
Yeah.
VAR, yeah, linesman,
Lines. Yeah.
you get lines view. You have all these things, but the referee in a salon is very raw. They can
That's
only do
true.
the best of their ability, and that's all
That's
they
true.
have. And
Yeah.
the players too. Look at the pitch they're playing on. So everybody they play their own parts.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Exactly.
let us need to go out together and make and bring the player there, the referee there, the association. They just need to bring everything together and enjoy the game. So the fans that pay their money to go and watch these players perform as professional athletes and also to watch this ref officiate game. Because the thing is about Africans here, we're very passionate when it comes to sport and we show the
Yes.
anger and the anger, not to say a hatred, now love
Yep.
anger.
And
For that
that's
90
true.
minutes, we get an anger of
Yeah.
love. After that
Yeah.
day, I didn't want now joke and laugh. So
That's true.
we need to have a limit. That's the problem. We not get
True.
limit.
True.
We're not gonna limit say, okay, this is not the border, I'm gonna cross her. We'll go all the way. And then they make, and for the referee, they then feel unsafe because there is no limit. Then think say if, for example, then go call penalty, not a penalty, they will feel
Yep.
unsafe because they'll think they're gonna be attacked.
That's
But if
true.
you do that in Premier League, look that goal where they say last week, Manchester United, Man City, they're saying offside.
Offside. Yeah.
What's happened to the referee? Nothing. We still
Nothing.
argue to this day, but the game not done. If not Salone now,
Dopeii, we know.
that's the thing. We need to create that safe environment for these refs. If not so that they then back they feel unsafe to officiate games and they go begin pick and choose the club the way they want to go ref for. Or they begin pick and
That's
choose the
true.
club the way and then now they go begin now club go to couch the referee there instead of the FA. And now they're not gonna be fair to the rest of the other teams. Because you pay your money to the association for me to get a professional ref, someone that studied the game. So I think there's a lot of work to be done behind the scenes, Emmanuel, but we'll see.
Yeah, Dopeii, you're very correct. So for me, I think I'm not trying to do a blame game, but I think the Premier League board being get a responsibility for that match year to be cancelled. Because remember, the referees and first and foremost don't put a petition, a complaint, let's say complaint against
Yeah,
we captain and former national captain Mohamed Kallon that he slapped one of their own referee instructor at the police field, and the board up to now not pull any statement in relation to that. So the
yeah,
referees are now for making the decision to press release come out, and even onto that, the Premier League board not make any move. Say, make we come in and talk to these people. That you know why? Because of the beauty of the game,
yeah,
guys, we need for compromise between these two factions. And say it all, Dopeii, you've said it all. We cannot play this game without the referees.
yeah, definitely.
We cannot. We can't play this game without it. Yeah, Dopeii, for officiate those matches, it's not an easy task. You say safe no.
No, I don't try for
It's
do
not
FA
an
right.
easy task.
It's
You
very
see,
hard. You're under
it's very
pressure.
hard. You're under pressure. That's what they should also realize. Remember, for interpret up to 20 or 15 rules just
Yeah,
in 45 or 90 minutes, bro. It's very hard. You see, so at times we can understand that when we don't pump out this adrenaline, we can go haywire, hay fever. But we just as you say, we get forget with limits that there's a certain things we don't need to do them, and we don't need to cross those limits
no,
because the triggers that we can push can look like what should happen today, and now they don't postpone this match again for being replayed, and we know the constraints where the association they go to in terms of field allocations and forget extra field and pitching for play the game. Now, if they don't postpone this match here, so when will the association have the time again for we schedule that match day again
yeah,
for play
yeah,
for
yeah,
fitting? And remember, say Salone, we get in season and dry season. Taking into
exactly.
consideration that brother, we already into the Hamilton and it's very tough there, very cold. You
Yeah,
see, very soon we get into March, we get for be one of the hottest period, and we go into the rainy season. And by then, the second phase of the league will come up. I don't able fitting some of those matches that we they put on hold. You see, so some of these things the Premier League board for us you don't then get a planning that okay if we end up for postpone or reschedule any match we get forget
with
something like a week when we able fit in and so we
mm,
will expect for them able get words them from the Premier League board by today. But since that incident they occur, nothing yet from the Sierra Premier League board. They just talk to both teams and say, yeah, we may get so this complaint from the referee association. Let me say the boycott and did them boycott. So what was the
they have
proactive
every
action
right
that they
to.
took? Nothing.
They have every right to. Because if you feel
You
unsafe
see?
in any environment, not even football, work, home, if you feel unsafe, you have your right
Yeah.
to be heard. And the referee, the one where they want to understand, the one where they want to have a voice, you know.
Yep.
So
Yep.
and this is a form of example. Say
Yeah.
if the FA not take action, they're not gonna stop
Yeah.
from here. You
That's true.
understand? This is
Yeah.
something that's gonna carry on. It's gonna carry on, and it's gonna affect the Premier League season. Like I say no more, Salone, you're in season, the season, and when you go into the second half of the season, and they're not able to officiate all these games that they don't miss, it's gonna be a problem for the game the way they don't miss. Where are you gonna put it in this calendar? We'll say the begin. Where are you gonna put it? Which and we don't have the luxury. We don't have the
Yep.
luxury like for File. We don't have the
Yeah.
luxury to reschedule most of the things. Other places, you they schedule a game like that. Maybe let's say game day off. Maybe in the next 3 weeks, they don't put it inside calendar. Say, okay, the game they play today, but 3 weeks from Saturday, the game is back on because they will find a way to make it happen. But
Yeah.
Salone, I don't think say they then get a I don't want to be rude, but I'm just gonna say basic knowledge of okay, let's find a gap somewhere to make these games play. That's where the problem is gonna lie. And then the team that will not play then catch up game. Let's say, for example, you're 1 point from winning the league, then you get one game behind. That creates another problem because
Yeah.
then they go, see, oh, how to go how this team there before we by 28 points. They don't play more
Yeah.
game past the way they one
That's true.
point behind there. So then they want to
Yeah.
create another conflict. So the
Yeah.
FA needs to put a voice, not to always just go behind the scene because the referees want to hear something from the FA. The FA have to come up with a rule and they have to come up with a structure for every single team. Yeah, Mohamed
Yep.
Kallon is a professional footballer, was a professional footballer. He's a hero in the country. This guy is loved by all of us, including myself. I still love the guy because one of the reasons why I grew up watching football, everybody know her, and he's played in the highest league, one of the highest league in the
Yep.
world,
Yeah.
So he knows the game, he knows the rule, and is very intelligent. You
Yeah.
think say, take him away from Sierra Leone, you put him in, like, say, for example, let's say championship, no, not championship, League Two in England. Would
In
that
England.
behavior
Yeah.
would he behave like that?
No. No.
No.
No.
So we league needs to have discipline and structure.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
how Sierra Leone League will move forward.
Yeah. No, you're right, though, Piers. For me, I think it was a no-no, especially when I made for understand that he even slapped a referee. That was a
Yeah.
no-no. You can't
No,
do that.
dude, no,
You
you
can't.
can't.
Never. You can't.
That guy, I live in the defend.
Yeah. You see.
So
But
like,
we hope for see what the Premier League board will do out of this,
they
and
need
for
to have
make
a
we will
voice
continue
because
for see we
they're
game
gonna
we
create
love play back by the country.
Guys, you guys got it me?
Yes,
yeah,
Maggie. We're waiting for the hashtag.
Yeah, I'm actually having issues with my laptop.
Yeah. Okay.
you don't switch to the PC.
Uh yeah, I'm trying that, but I'm not seeing anything. Are you seeing me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're seeing you live, Magdalene.
Okay. Oh, you guys keep
Yeah.
talking. I'm trying to fix the hashtag. I don't want this giveaway to go sleep to bed tonight.
Is it Petros that say Magdalene? It's because the hashtag no green for we on a banner, so therefore we need for bring and come back into the play.
listen, I was make the
Now
hashtag
sign
no
off. Now
they
sign
call
off for say Manchester.
mm,
no banner.
mm,
I don't go do what.
uh, yeah,
But yeah, we can
but
talk about the game they went and play last night. The last
yeah,
night and the one that they play this morning. We can start with
yeah.
Chelsea and then
Now Chelsea,
yeah,
nobody
Chelsea
want
play
to talk
for us.
about.
Play for us. Chelsea and Liverpool. For me, that game, honestly, it
Yeah.
was if you like say, when you chase picky, go up and down, go up and down, go up and down. That nigga the ball, that nigga the ball, get it. And for whole, the, the first half, that's what it happened until
Yeah.
that guy, Modric,
Modric comes in.
very good player. I see why
Yeah.
I see why when I want to buy him, I will pull sense. Very impactful, very
Yeah.
impactful. But I think
Yeah.
for me, that's the best I've played in a long time. A long time. And there's still a lot of work to be done.
To be done.
So it's too Maggie now.
Yeah, we're seeing two Maggie.
Too Maggie on the screen.
Yes, please. Yeah.
What do
Okay,
you
let's
think
go.
about everything chances, Emmanuel, of relegation? Because like
Eh?
Lampard, I don't know.
Yeah, and to be sincere, I think that one of the coaches that we may be expecting from me if I don't lost his job by now. And Frank Lampard is not doing extremely well with Everton. And I can always say this, and Dopeii, for succeeding in the English Premier League, you need to have a system.
Yeah,
And in
definitely.
your system, you forget plan A and plan B. If you watch the likes of Guardiola, the reason why they succeed in the English Premier League, they have strategies. It's not a one-way traffic of football they are playing. When you take a
Yeah,
look at Frank Lampard, it's a one-way traffic football he's playing. And as soon as you block that system, it's over. So he needs to step up his coaching tactics. And for succeeding in the English Premier League, you need to be a tactician. You see the likes of Klopp for making kind of succeed. There was several tactics that he used before he able to get some outstanding form in the English Premier League. But that is what Frank Lampard lacks. For me, I think this jumping into the Premier League for me was not timely for him. He may need more experience.
yeah.
He still need for go and learn more before he come in
For
and
me,
take the
they go back to the
yeah.
championship.
He'll go back to Champions League. See the same team Steven Gerrard also. Able can do extremely well. You see, the
All
whole
right,
need
guys.
back to go
He
and learn a
do
lot.
better us.
We're
He
good
do
to go
better.
now, guys.
Okay.
Okay. The actual
Welcome,
I'm
Maggie.
logging out my laptop.
Yeah, you the Echo Maggie.
Yeah, because I'm on the laptop as well.
Oh,
Is
okay.
it
Yeah,
okay
yeah,
now?
Yeah,
sounds
okay.
good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so thanks
The
guys for
hashtag.
holding the fort, and guys, your hashtag is up now. You can you can start seeing them.
Monday, one vexel.
But we still ban the mean and the factory. You use something on mistake bottle. All right. So we'll be there on the FC Kallon issue. We got a couple of videos then where we be do like this interview with some of the fans them about their take, and let me just listen to what thing they begin for say.
One of the supporters of FC Kallon. Now we play the young champion.
Okay, when I'm supposed to play Freetown City Football Club today, the ongoing Salone Premier League, the game not able for all. You as a fan, how you feel?
I feel bad and I feel disappointed to the referee because of now a statement where now they alter the statement to Mohamed Kallon, and Mohamed Kallon alter his statement na Facebook. Say one of the referees say he like to get PhD for coaching, he no go ever win game in a life. And the man go on Facebook and write and then on Facebook. The man don't insult him, tell and say he no go ever win game in a line when in the coach na Sierra Leone. So we can't today and the referee say they no go ref no FC Kallon match. And not only goes to the match, now 60 cancel the match.
Okay. So what you want to say to the one that we concerned, what they want the game?
And I want to talk to the one that we concerned. This grievance, it don't come up far, and the way they go so, it can give you problems. It go make we young boy not play football. Because now the only legend we know na Sierra Leone, Mohamed Kallon. If Sierra Leone is deprive am from waiting elect, I don't think they will not ready for play football.
The content assistant coach 1 and 2 defensive.
Okay, we suppose for us see Freetown City Football Club up against FC Kallon. What's the outcome where the match will be for play?
Well, it's bad, really bad. Because we don't prepare to have week for this particular match. We win the last game, so we don't prepare very hard to get something like 3 points, 4 points, for us to up there. But it's disappointing. When we come, the match not play. And they feel they boycott the game. It's very bad. It's also bad for the player. The time people don't take really difficult.
Okay, when I get any word from the Premier League board concerning this game we're going to play?
Yes, the secretary tell me, say the Premier League board say the Premier League will get little bit because the middle of the volunteer the chairman of FC Kallon really so much. The secretary of FC match will play.
What's going to be final message to the fans of Freetown City Football Club where they expect says the game for them play and not play?
Well, the fans we really want to say sorry, we not play, the match not play, we're sorry for that. But please stay faithful, ready for the next match, and please be patient with me because the fights have to come up the league. Honestly, thank you, please don't lose faith in us.
So that's now the assistant coach for Freetown City Council and one of the fan for FC Kallon. Like you mentioned earlier on, Emmanuel, it's more on FCFC because now they host. It's not about FC Kallon, it's about who hosts the match. And it was on FCFC side. But before I come to you on that, let's listen to waiting. IBKW na person at the FA media department be get for say on the FA position in this matter as they know assure the general public say they're going to do thorough investigation for bringing the one the way put the game into disputes on that day to book.
On social media.
The latest is that we've commenced, looking into the issue. So first of all, as a football federation, we feel, really, really disappointed because, the primary thing that we're against, the primary essence of our existence as a football federation is to ensure growth and development of the game. And when we talk about the growth and development of football, the baseline is to ensure that the game plays across the country indiscriminately. So anything that will tend to, hold the game to ransom is one thing that, we take really, really seriously. That is why in the press release, you saw that, we condemned the particular act of boycotting the match. We understand they do have their concerns, but obviously SLFA has its existing structures to look into issues, of grievances, disputes and things like that. No matter what happens globally, you've never heard that a particular Premier League match, has been stopped because a referee is displeased. You see what I mean? They always play the match, and channel their complaints
Later.
Appropriately. Yes, exactly. So that is what we are against. In terms of their grievances, obviously in the press release we saw they mentioned a number of issues of concern, and we take those concerns very seriously as well. That is in fact why when we say we're going to look into these issues or probably investigate further into these issues, it includes also their concerns. You see what I mean? Whatever concerns they have against any sports official or any coach, we're also going to look into that, basically to ensure that we prevent the reoccurrence of such an unfortunate and an unprofessional incidents that occurred yesterday, because it is actually unheard of, for referees to boycott a match. If anything, if you are designated to go officiate, because the thing about the process of designating or appointing referees to officiate matches, it doesn't happen on the same day. You understand? It's always a thing that the appointment is always done.
I'm sorry to hold you, but there is a referee manager at the Salone Football Association, Foye Mara.
Yes.
What is the job of Foye Mara? Because with all these concerns, you want to ask what is the job? Foye Mara is doing at the SLFA in terms of making sure that the safety of match officials, the concerns of match officials are channeled to the federation.
He has been doing a good job, I must say, in that direction. But it looks as if it has gotten to a point where things has really, overweight him, if so to speak. Basically, it has gotten to a point where it has become too much for him to handle as an individual. So basically, this is where we're going to come in now as a football federation, in concert with the Referees Association, to look into these issues. But first of all, we condemn the fact that they took that particular decision. I don't think it was an option. Basically, it was never a remedy to any of as a solution, basically, because they are looking at it to be that's the solution to solve their problems. I mean, it's quite inappropriate. It's unprofessional. It is unacceptable. You cannot do that. So the point really that I was trying to make when you cut me off is the fact that if you don't want to officiate a match, say like 2 days before the match, you have been appointed to officiate this particular match, but you have issues and you don't want to officiate it, it is always right that you make that pronouncement there and then. I don't know if you understand the point.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
I'm not going to officiate this match because this person, we have an issue with him, and that issue has not been sorted out. As opposed to accepting to officiate the match, and then you wait until the day for the match, and then you decide to boycott. So it means it's a deliberate ploy. I don't know if you understand the point.
Yeah, I understand. Alafitelo is in the studios this morning. I think you will want to ask one or two questions. Alafi, you're on.
The Premier League, basically, as they are directly charged with the responsibility to run the league. So basically, when things like that happen, we always sit back, and observe to see exactly what is going to happen by way of action from the part of the Premier League board.
All right, Emmanuel, this is a very long interview, but we're not going to play all. Hopefully, I will post up on the page later. Thanks to Alaji, super large man, sorry, of of Air Radio. We do this interview on a live show on the A Sport. Listen, and most of the point don't have they make now himself make. It talk about the manner at which the referees handle the situation. If you know how to do something, we only see the press release from the referee organization the very day. This thing before that, like 2-3 days before, so people then would don't know say this game not for play because you get issue with somebody. So what thing you make up of IBK in statement in this interview, and you think say the FA try for handle this better, or they before they handle more than now than do so? Emmanuel, you mic there off.
Thank you so much, Magdalene. First and foremost, and I blame the Salone Premier League board for shots and outcome from the referees. Because when this issue started, it started from when the saga between them and Mohamed Kallon happened at the police field, and then put up a complaint with at the table of the FA. There was nothing being done up till today. So when this was posted on the page of Mohamed Kallon, there were rumors that the referees are going to boycott the match. The rumors were that, but it wasn't official. Until that day, then the referee and made for understand they decided to forward the email to them, which for me was very unprofessional. Because most of these games, they already don't select the referees for officiate those matches. And for make you on that day decide for pull out of any match, it will be very difficult for get referees and for fit into that position, except they reschedule the match. So for me, there was some act of
this was a unanimous decision from the referee. It's not that the appointed or the referees that wouldn't give the match. Say now for taking of this match, now then just say no more need to go. This was an organizational decision because if you look at the press release, it's like it comes from the hierarchy, and it was well understood and accepted.
No one is gonna officiate the match.
You're right, Magdalene, because what they said, they will not officiate any of FC Kallon matches.
Then that's go. The decision is I don't want to use the word sorry, pardon. I think before I say stupid, I will say selfish. Because isn't FC Kallon playing against FC Kallon? FC Kallon will be playing against other teams. So if you say the ref FC Kallon game it means the other teams they also will be affected. Just like City Council sell tickets to them fans them.
Exactly.
And the fans, them look, we know they support Kallon. For me, now one person when it post the we begin for post series of videos about how referees and the treating team. I don't think comments on social media, but I sit back and say, no, this is wrong. It's coming from a professional. It's coming from the chairman, the owner of the club. It's coming from a coach. If not England or any side, they find them. And because it also put the referees them into risk. Because if they do so, put on a page where you get thousands of fans. You don't put automatically put the referees them. The best you can do, get you evidence, push them to the right bodies and complain. Rather than come, no coach no go do that now. Like Mourinho go tell you no more bad officiating today. But coming with those series from somebody where gets, the kind of support. We all look at to him as role model, a legend. Somebody go just see referee when they say, look at and they go we. Now intercede this, and that was a very bad statement from the referee. Talk that word back say because the man get PhD or what they call or whatever.
But Magdalene, that's an allegation.
Yeah. We don't know whether that's true or not.
Due to frustration.
You see. It's an allegation. And it wasn't like a written. So for make Mohamed Kallon a writer, it makes it become like a document. So and we don't get any oral evidence of waiting the referee say to Ram as claim. But this one, you don't write them, so it becomes it's a written, it's a document. You don't go down to the media, people don't read them. You see, so they serve as an evidence against and say, bro, you post something. Where are the evidences for substantiate waiting you write like your page?
True.
So all these they bring the game into disrepute.
And we see where them beat referee na put locker, but the referees association not come up with that was bad. Them beat Matarazzi. He go back. He continue the match after the beating.
Match.
He has the very referee, but the referee association not come out with one statement. Although they say they don't send in reports and they know they reply to the reports them. The issues about Kallon slapping a female referee also we not did it. But I know journalists will stand the test of time say him be dead something like that happened, and a lot of people get their own side. Kallon say not do so. He say not do so it be happen, and get confrontation or conversation with the lady, but that's slapper. But other people they say yes it happened. So the thing that happens is Salone football. There really some they can make with a think otherwise.
Exactly, Magdalene. So that's why, all putting together, we get for blame the Premier League board because there's a disciplinary committee within the Premier League board. If they act fast, this will not have led to where it is today. But when you delay and you not become very proactive over issues, you put the game into disrepute, and that is what we are seeing today. And if this continue like so, it definitely get for disrupts the first phase of this league. Because if FC Kallon the next game now against Bo, then referee not there for that match.
It affects both areas
as well. And remember, we get in the season we're not there too far again. We get for play the second phase of the league, and we not get good feel there. We're going to accommodate the games that for be played during the season. So you see.
Yeah, so for any FC Kallon protest, there will be a counter protest for the other team because the thing will affect everybody. Now, me no more we not get Premier League team now, Salone no go affect. But Emmanuel don't be the only thing will affect them.
Oh yeah.
All right, then let we do with first draw. I don't say.
Is the tempo high?
37 people already.
Wow.
Whatever win. I don't know. Let's go, guys. Let's go.
Well, good luck. I see.
Wow, Alusain Kamara.
I was saying, you don't win.
Nah, I don't think so.
No,
I see the kick Aziz.
The kick Aziz.
All right, congratulations, Alusai. You don't be the first lucky winner for today. We want to say congratulations, and one of you guys will catch up with you later on for telling you how you go. Yeah, but you need for share the page as well. So you self you party then go come in. Because all the give out they give so why each 60K before this month they done. So you help now for share the page, and bring more followers on board. And also the you need for the how like you call them engage, comment, like, and the share or post
Aziz,
them.
I'm really
You know what I say?
congratulate. Maybe na one of Emmanuel. Aziz,
I they
Aziz, I think
suspect
you
that
never play.
I they suspect
You don't call man that says hello enter. I force the congratulate.
and they
You look
see
like Tony again. Too much
uh
man.
Dimi say I was not
Delicious
happy.
soccer.
I was not happy with his press either. Mohamed Kallon is a legend and has played international football for a very long time. The channel he used was not proper. The Referee Association also should have made its notice earlier to the Premier League board. Instead, they waited until the very day and moment the match was about to kick off. Yes, that's it. Aziz, now I don't copy Aziz or Dimi would have first write this comment. I don't say that Dimi. Aziz. There is style there. I don't like
Aziz, you look like one match man.
I don't like that style there. All right. Also inside the Premier League, we see yesterday now be a win for the almighty Rangers,
Yeah.
and they be get for win by 2-1. Well, newcomers Lambo FC be take the lead, but Rangers be come from behind and win 2-1. It was a tough match in the first half, but the defending champions find their way through for ensure say them continue for extend the unbeaten run and winning streak in the league. Emmanuel, I think you watched the match or you follow. What can I take about the performance of Rangers so far in terms of the discipline and the knowledge or the know-how where they get this at the back of their mind say all we could do is winning, winning, winning. A lot of people complain like the result, especially with the I think it was the second goal or so.
Yeah, Magdalene, I watched part of the highlights of the game because I was much more focusing on this Australian Open, and we see an outstanding run from Rangers as they may get a 2-1 win over Lamboy, and it was a must win because if not, if it don't really affect them position one into winning the first position for this week. But Lamboy get the first goal and they were really putting Rangers in a very critical position. But due to the new appointed coach, tactician, then be able for come and get equalizing, and by the end of the second half, get a winning goal. With most people will be saying it was a controversial goal, but the referees and the lines communicated and they accepted that it was a goal. So kudos to Bo Rangers for sure to win, and I love them the mentality when they take into every match, the winning mentality and the discipline. We see that the Bo Rangers, their approach to every single match, Magdalene, is fantastic. It's like they're really ready to show that they are the defending champion of the Sierra Leone Premier League. And if we see teams then continue for copy short and disciplinary attitude, I think we will able to continue to get a better match every day, not only picking on the referees.
Okay, Michael Dopeii, what do you think about the Rangers match yesterday? And also another match where another big team draw points now, the T-Stars boys, the
Sisters,
Orange boys,
yes.
they draw points yesterday, then draw
Yeah.
with Bybure Warriors. So the two teams from Lunge yesterday play the first two team at the table. So Lamboy also they come from Lunge and Bybure Warriors they come from Kotuloko, and Lunge is also part of Kotuloko district. So looking at that, and I think there was another match also where players study, but those the two matches that be the major matches at FC Wansin also grab a win against Eastern Tigers. Somebody that one group
Tigers.
where they say have family business. Eastern Tigers, FC Wansin.
Cool. Yeah, the Bo Rangers match, like I say, coming down from 1-0 and coming, and beating, 2-1 to Lambo Eagles. I think the way I look at the way Bo Rangers structure, that it kind of reminded me of the Man City of Sierra Leone. You know, they have a replacement for everybody. If they lose one person, they count other person for replacer. You know, right now they're playing without the main striker. You know, the main number 9 need to play. But if Possiway don't take over that role, he's doing tremendously. You know, I think, you know, the coaching staff and the team, they look more united, they look more strong, they look more fierce. And the fact that, say, Mighty Blackpool drop points, you know, there does the goal. That points where Mighty Blackpool on up and they win. That 3 point they get to affect Mighty Blackpool in down the line in terms of towards the end of the Premier League. So
Okay.
maybe Boycott does. Let's see. I'm not gonna say they're not gonna defeat them, but they look hard to beat. Right now. And
Especially with losing within their own ground.
yeah, we get special guest.
What a bit bad.
We get special guest in this studio.
But I know what else Oh, I love listening to what the captain be say when Abubakar Samura, plenty people call and Lucio, and the coach also Alhaji Fowe Abedi.
For Bo Rangers. Okay, we see when I play against Lamboy Football Club. But let me talk about the first half. We see Lamboy Football Club then gets them first goal. You as a captain, I be feel.
That's good because Lamboy now is a very good team, right? We expected a score. But at the end of the day, we come back and we come with good spirits and try to get to equalizing. I believe before the first half, we get to equalizing.
Okay, now we see Una come into the second half. Despite Lamboy, then try very hard to get the second goal. And Una come very strong. Una happy for win the game. What's not the secret behind this?
This is not a surprise for we because we play 9 matches, we win. We don't win 7. We don't draw 2. So this is not a surprise. You know, say we get the squad for do what we do. So I believe we just need the fans them let them continue for support. We will give them the great result to they want.
Okay. What's going to be a message to the fan?
We call on the fans them let them not relent, let them continue for come at the stadium and support we. I believe we'll give them good results.
Me and the head coach Bo Rangers.
Okay. We see how you feel for Boycott appointment as a new coach.
I feel very happy. This nine I'm in my dream. You know, say Bo Rangers now a very big club in the world. Forget their appointment and help Bo Rangers. I believe say now a very big pride for me.
Okay, after the appointment, this is my first game. What in be you confident in this particular match?
Well, I believe I'll be well confident we will get the 3 points because of the preparation ahead of this game. The boys will be well prepared and well determined, and they play with character for get the 3 points.
Okay, so what do they expect from Bo Rangers in the second match?
Well, I believe we will prepare ahead of Eastern Lions on Friday.
Okay, so what's going to be a message to the fans?
I want all the fans to let them rest assured we will defend this trophy again.
Okay.
All right, that's now the coach for Bo Rangers, Alhaji Fowe. I see plenty of people call her Abedi. But anyways, that's now what the coach and the captain being gets for say inside the match where they play yesterday. Well, let me turn to Mike to today's match. I think Oled Wadians go play Gboyah Eagles. Gboyah Eagles not too good, not too poor, but they're not produce good results for them fans. They travel down to Freetown today playing against Edwards. But before I come to Emmanuel, Alusain, they said I'm first time this will ever win. Well, congratulations, Alusain. Just do the needful. We'll get on to you. The second hashtag there on the screen now, you can play, and we go do the draw soon. But let's listen to Coach Kaloga and the captain Doldy for Edwards waiting at the plan ahead of today's match.
Popularly call me Coach Kaloga, the head coach for Oled Wadians Football Club.
Now, we get 11 points. Gboyah Eagles, the 17. We get 5 points. What do they expect from the team?
Would expect for continuity performance and even do more, because looking at how we did out of number of games that we don't play, we don't get 11 points. Far beyond the number of games that we want for win. Going against Gboyah Eagles, we want to make sure so we get the desired result of the day and by winning the game, and we get with 3 points. We'll see how best we can push Kallon back. Because the point difference between teams there, not too much. The first two teams already before we, and they did it by 2 points, 1 point. So getting a win against Gboyah Eagles on Sunday will take you in a better position around them 5th, 6th. We'll see how best we serve already within the first 5 teams at a time they go, then we're able to pick up and see how we go for end.
How far on I don't know our opponents?
Yeah, I don't see them for too long. I don't see whether they play 1 or 2 games then. I know the players and where they play for them, and we get a lot of respect for them. But we, Edwards, as a team, we not look at team because they 17th, we the 11th. Not to that now we concern. And for make sure say every now and then we play. We want to make sure so the performance of the team come up from the level side for go to another level because it's about a project. Last season it was very difficult for we first relegation. We came 15th out of 18 teams here, we just be above the relegation zone a bit. Come this season, we want to follow something like that a bit. So and make sure say match after match, the performance of the team they improve and going forget the desired results we go make at the end of the day. We get some peace and heart from the teams that we do.
So it's going to be a wrap-up message.
I will just talk to the Edwardians supporters and well-wishers let them come along because with them, it helps for push the team go before because the management they do their own work, the fans in Konneh pay for Kaluko, the team they play just a minimum of 10 leons and the new money 10,000 and the old money. At least if we get 500-600 people and they can take the team to another level.
Captain of all the Gboyah Siamo.
What would you expect from the team in the next match?
Victory from the team and only in high spirit for the game also Sunday.
Okay, is there any prediction?
2-0 against Gboyah Eagles.
Okay, what's going to be a wrap-up message?
To the fans, I want to tell the fans and thank you first when they be away to up to this time here and we hope for see them come Sunday.
All right, that's the voice of Coach Abdullahi Kalogaba and also Doldy Wayne, the captain for All Edwardians. Michael Dopeii, no say na Kenneh you come up, but you need support Gboyah Eagles. You know what it's been Lions. What now you take on this match? 17 to play 11.
Well, I think say Loro to say talk me. All Edwardians that might, nudge the win, but me Kenneh people there will not ever sleep on them because I can't know Kenneh boys were hardworking, maybe Cambo Eagles, their own preparation will be different. We don't hear it from the Edwards coach and the captain waiting then they do ahead of this match. But unfortunately, you're not able to get the other side of the Cambo Eagles. I'm sure say them back the paper do their own preparation. And the fact say they're playing away from home it's always harder when you play away from home because the one is the fans. They get for travel all the way from Kenneh, the supporting fans. So they go one door for the fans. They get for Kego. So I think it's gonna be a very interesting match because they're not far off in terms of the table. They're not too far. So
11 to 17.
Yeah, 11 to 17. If you win game,
that like Chelsea stay in 10th. Draw, win, loss.
Yeah, right say it's a 2-3 game, you're back in the top 4, top 6. So we'll see what happens.
All right, Emmanuel, you're back because you did near FC Kallon small. So in suspecting I got top spot for Edwards.
Magdalene, you already know. You already know. And I think I'm gonna take on All Edwardians. It's a must win for them today. And as you know, they are brothers, and we give them more respect. And we want to see them always get a smile on their face. So I hope so then we'll get to win. Though for me, not gonna be another easy match for All Edwardians, because Gboyah Eagles also they come down with a very youthful squad, and it was also get a very youthful squad always where they can produce. So you get for be another interesting match for me. People will go watch and enjoy doing this the weekend. But the only thing when me go get for say is this Magdalene in terms of the supporters. Cowboy Eagles always get this attitude for it, make them higher boss them from that Kenny Mile, then put that and bring them can down. Remember those days when they can't play stadium. Dopeii. If you go by that presidential and you see them put that and that be going and pack the day for can support the Cowboy Eagles where they play. So they always get the community support. You go see one or two paramount chief will come out higher put our boss for bring the people in down to Freetown play and take them back again to the provinces. And we hope for see that again because this time I will see the league they don't bring them down to the community. And I'm sure short things we will see them and we hope for get a very good match from these two. But all the way, all Edwardians.
Wow, hey, thing they be that make a try Premier League club.
You know what?
I know one because Salone supporter they cause even when I go through. So if I want the page now, I can't begin to support FC Kallon or Lions or Blackpool. They are post 5 news for FC Kallon, I post 1 news against Rangers. Eh?
I know. If I didn't try, good.
I want Jabi. Me, I know the Manchester. They say make I ready for the cry. Who are the cry? Make cry. All right, guys. Let's go for the second draw and see who that will be the lucky winner. 37 people again. So that are the 32 people this time. That are the same people. Here we go. We hope say Jabi go sponsor we next draw. Wow. These are just in comment just
now I talk.
You know we today. Last year, what we do for Leon Star giveaway win. Now win this time, guys.
I want to talk. It just don't comment.
Yeah.
In time you winning. In timer.
I see exactly.
It doesn't make a plan about 2 weeks ago. You know,
2 weeks ago, you know, exactly.
Oh, well, we will make a plan already, don't we?
In them long pass on my name. You know, in them long Jabi then at the comment section. Jabi then the sponsor with next giveaway. Because Jabi gave a Kaya for talk about FC Jabi. We get the team that they do very well. Division 2, then a Bo na the southern region, and that team where now they want can kick Bo Rangers out of it because the plan where Jabi get we explain them. Me body right. But I don't tell that by Musa Tombo. I don't tell that by Musa Tombo. Let me tell team because it was from Division 2, Division 1, na Premier. And then finish one competition where them play, they knock them out in the semi-final. That's a good try for a young team. Jabi, keep it up. All right, then we get 3 more draw for go. Time not in our favor. Maybe we'll do 1 more and we'll keep the 2 next week. He left to be panelists there, then get time. They don't get time, we'll do 1 more draw and keep the 2 next week.
Magdalene will not get time. You know, so get games where they start now.
Yeah, but they keep the 2. So they do 1 more draw, we keep the 2 money for next week. They improvise. I don't say the country, the top of London, don't improvise. They don't wait for that time. They don't data no born pass man. Who say they don't issue data na ya? Oh by back. We talk up. We beer.
We talk up.
We talk about we know how they feel. They say we know.
All right. We have few players and they we get contract before cut to the woman game. We play start. A few players and they we don't sign contract. Kevin Light now one. We don't go join the likes of Augustine Williams na the America USL. USL na the second division league, or like we say Premier League Championship. Yes, it's the second after the MLS. So he don't join a new team, and in one of the promising stars, not promising because now player now we don't play, don't go as far as African Cup, and you know, don't play a couple of seasons as na the Scandinavia. He don't play, you know, start with Chelsea and all. One of a promising player with the Chelsea, but you know, at times with destiny, if you take me somewhere else. What do you think about him move to the USL? And so far, with the camp preparation, say in March, Leon Stagger forget the game for the AFCON qualifiers.
Yeah, and for me, Magdalene, and I think it's a welcoming news for Kevin Wright. That to be sincere, Magdalene, we brothers and really need for step up. And when will we see the attitude of Mohamed Kallon in the professional world?
Inter Milan, AC Milan,
Monaco.
Manchester United.
You know, Magdalene, and our brothers are trying. More respect for them. But if Mohamed Kallon was able to play in the top flight leagues in Europe, Magdalene, what is wrong with our brothers? For us seeing them going into the Scandinavians, it's not a problem, but let's see the division at which they are playing. Some of them are not playing the top tier divisions. And most of them, when they're going to these different clubs, Magdalene, they know they get enough game time. Then how will we able to get a full concentrated 90 minutes team, national team, when most of our players that are coming in to play for the national team cannot clock a 90 minutes? So at the end of the day, you see inconsistency in we players and performance. Today they go play well, tomorrow they not play well. And when you go up, maybe in the first 60 minutes, you can see Leon Star well compacted. Then after the 60 minutes, the team lost concentration. And we concede some careless goals because of the intensity of we players there. The league levels where they play, the show. And Sports Magdalene, the higher the league you play, the better you game. So for me, it's a welcome news for me that it's good that he move over there and get a contract for continue for play football. But I think it's high time we for the need for do something for we brothers and Magdalene. And let we start for see them able for begin playing the top tier leagues, the Serie A, the Bundesliga. I remember the last person was in Serie A with me able member for watch was Strasser. After which all other people then cannot play the Serie A again. What is going wrong? Our brothers are just playing the second division leagues. You see, so congratulations to him, and I hope so with brothers' eyes will be open up now that they will start for him for play the top tier leagues there. And we will see the difference where go happen now with the national team.
Well, I think the next news go like but anyway, I put up. So this other brother, they play at Cambodia. So they don't join one of the top clubs that are Cambodia. The other club we've been there, they call it Kokong. Showing from Hong Kong. So it don't move to another team. We congratulate Umaro on a product of the Bellamy Foundation, one of the fantastic youth them when Ibidena Bellamy, and it also signed a contract yesterday. It's called Many Goals where it been done at the other team last season, and they don't join a new team now. One for congratulate them for where they don't join a new team. And Michael Dopeii, you are the count this too. What do you think about Umaro? Now a fantastic midfielder, and he always a score goal. He don't join ISI Dango Shinhan.
The way you pronounce the name.
Not Chinese. All right. Before you go, Pasonga say one join me next week. No problem. As long as you go buy the top up, say we take it easy now.
Congratulations to him of transferring into a new league. But like Emmanuel said, look, it becomes, if everybody's playing in a higher level, it'll give the Sierra Leone Association football a hard time for me to pick the top 26 for representing the country. But right now, I feel like say the FA not get a hard time because there's only maybe 3 or 4 players that be like, okay, they're good enough to play for Sierra Leone. They're good enough to wear the jersey, and sometimes in the as a football, because football is a global sport, and there's so many tremendous talented people in the world. So not everybody go get an opportunity or that luck day for play Premier League or for play CAR. But That does not mean say you not go put yourself out there and give yourself all for let you at least get that opportunity. Not settle with the league the way they play because you okay, I feel comfortable in this league and I get so amounts, they look after me. Yeah, that's all good. But you want to test the ability as an athlete, you want to test the ability the highest. Even if you are on loan. Look, for example, where Kai Kamara go alone in Premier League. Understand? Test the ability to the highest level. If you don't succeed, it doesn't matter. But the fact say, in take that risk and chance, go to Norwich, go to Middlesbrough, play that game, then play there for a season or a season and a half. At the end of the day, he's an MLS legend. I think he's the third highest goal scorer in the MLS.
Yeah.
Now established young football. But at the same time, he still take that risk, go into the Premier League and try and see what the Premier League is all about. The Premier League is the hardest league to play for. So I think we own Gboyah the way they play well. Then before take that risk, go somewhere. Even if you fail, it's okay. But you've tried. You've done it, it'll bring experience. So you take that experience to the league where they play or to the team where they play to become a better player. And then you look, for example, look at the World Cup, yeah? Every World Cup, you see 1 or 2 stars, boom, the Excel, a big club go sign there. Why we want to do that day when it come to Nations Cup with Salone player there, they get an opportunity there for excel. So a big club can notice them. That's a platform to them to show their own skills because you're representing your country. You're basically, you represent your country and yourself. You can take that opportunity to show the world or Africa who you are as a player. But sometimes they will need to take the opportunity.
All right.
So that's my take on that.
All right, congratulations. I didn't call the team in name again. Congratulations, Umaru, and all the best. I don't think he can score goal. He scored a lot of goals last season. Now Emmanuel in neighbor because now neighbor host. Now they did at the same suburb in Salone.
Cambodia. You might go far with Cambodia. Cambodia get league.
They do well. They do well in Asia. The Asian.
Asia.
Nice.
Thanks,
Auna Pepe blog, and they say thanks for the show, good show, guys. And Daniel, they say all the audience, we go for the 3 points. We also get few comments. Then I have 4-day James Lumet. They say he's not sure about his prediction. Now that they talk to so. Maybe not Emmanuel.
I think you don't talk for Poland.
Cowboy Eagles will beat Edwards today. All right. And see, don't win money. Now go back. Come and support us, Rangers, the best club currently in Sierra Leone. That's it. More coming in. And Emmanuel Sabi, good Timbo, all Edwardians all the way.
Yes.
If we don't ban this, the system don't ban this.
You know it's happen.
That baby today buy check for her. This is how we don't ban
I don't fed spine game. Hold on, man. Anybody really congratulate, say the comments.
Oh yeah.
And still
No, Magdalene, I've got advocates from there. Next week, we'll lift the ban. Yeah.
The system ban. The system
ban. Okay, the system no ban you back.
I bet Jabidi, I also be get Manchester. When I go play, when I win. It's all about winning. And the person will win is say the winning is dedicated to Cambo Eagles as we they beat Edwards today.
Wow.
Because Petros, whether not this, where you manage the pen and free on Edwards today, so now I can forgive you money. Thank you, Gboyah, for good advice. Pepe, they say thanks to the panelists for the advice to the Salone players. Then, it's very, very good for we players. Then, so yesterday to the big match, we guys them play and they get humiliating defeat inside Cape Verde as they host the competition, and we see how they begin for beat them by 4-1. One game player and destroy Sierra Leone.
Yeah.
The name as it Catherine or so. He scored 4 goals. Go with the match ball, and that was fantastic. Emmanuel. What do you think about that match yesterday?
Magdalene, it's football. We see football being displayed itself yesterday, but it was so disappointing from we girls and defense yesterday as we not been get a very good defense. We sisters you know put up a good structural performance, and that because we early 2 goals and we conceded the next second goals at in the second half, the next 2 goals in the second half again. And not to we only take 4. There were other teams we take 4, but we just want to focus on we structure. Because if you take into consideration the level at which we league the play, we are expecting that some of them mistakes they are so not for me to come up again. The technical team for me they able put structures in place for make we able get at least, even if we dey loss 1-0, 2-0 was better, but 4-1 was somehow humiliating. But we still get one more game to play and against Guinea, and I hope that this result, the technical team will go back and look into and fix the areas the way they think say been lead to the lapses, especially the defense. Magdalene with midfield was nothing. When I watched the way the Gambians play, we never had a very good midfield and a defense, so they took advantage of it and they overrun our players in terms of their fitness level, and we lost the game.
All right. I would not say United, please do not make we cry. Please play. We play Maki today. He left all now. All right. But Emmanuel, when it comes to junior football, youth football, Gambia always they dominate Sierra Leone. Women football, they show that dominance. And yesterday was not an exception. You think say there will be a way for a change, because another way people point out now the height of the goalkeeper. No disrespect to the goalkeeper, she did her best, but people point at the height of the goalkeeper that now one advantage where the Gambians then take, and you talk about the midfield as well.
And Magdalene, when it comes to us goalkeeping, height's not an issue. It's all about positioning.
Yeah.
Positioning is the key, because when you reach a professional level, you always get a flight range, because when you do good training, you training coach, you always measure your flight of your spring flight. If now in terms of height, they gear enough for me be a very good goalkeeper in Manchester United. But when you calculate in flight range, you really know say you're able to cover the distances when he position himself very well. So for me, it was not like the height of the goalkeeper was the issue. It was the positioning. They didn't have good structure. So I lead towards the goalkeeper for conceding careless goals and day. So for me, I don't take that.
Yeah, this
They
is
need
the
to
only
go
goal.
back.
This is the only
Yeah.
goal Kallon scored by
Scored.
is it Matilda Kaba also? One of the fantastic players them in the league. What quick while we listen to what's in the coaches that we get for see after the match, and then we will come and do the draw and round up.
You got some positive things to take from this game.
Well, of course, it's not that a huge into us losing the first game, because it's very important for us to qualify to win the first game. Now we have lost the first game. We saw some good things in our team, but we hope to go and work on the weaknesses, the mistakes, and so we can bounce back for the second game.
That's it. The mistakes we cannot see from your national team in the second game. What we will see about Sierra Leone in the second game in this tournament?
Hopefully, I'm sure we will correct those mistakes, and our second performance, sure it will grow, it will develop, so that at least we can see what will happen with the other matches.
Okay.
What about this match?
My name is Bangura, captain of Sierra Leone female national team.
What you can say us about your team and this game?
Well, I mean, we're a young team coming up, and this is like a first experience for some players, and we've learned from our mistakes, and we hope to correct those mistakes come next game on Monday.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Now we have Catherine. Catherine, please.
Catherine Jatta, woman of the match, 4 goals. It's a dream come true.
Yes, right now I'm happy. Right now I'm really happy for my teammates, my coach, and everyone that supported me in the field. I'm very great thankful to all of them. Yeah.
You scored 4 goals, Catherine.
Yeah, I scored goals. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Catherine.
And of course, it's always a derby whenever Gambia is playing against Senegal. They are the defending champions. They won 4-0. What is the game plan now against your opponent Senegal?
Okay, as we all know, Senegal is the defending champion. Senegal is never our problem. We have been having series of test games against them, and we are coming all out to correct our 3 points. This is the promise that we are going to give the Gambian people, and with the help of the Almighty Allah, we're going to secure the 3 points day after tomorrow.
All right, that's the voices of coaches and players. Sarah and Coach Aloel have been talked as the match will end. Disappointing, you know, when them beat coach, you know, they're able for talk. Posse say Posse they drop sleep now the live, but I don't know. All right, the Misele Pasonga no play again, and Pasonga said about that. So Emmanuel, quick one. What do you make up of the match and Coach Aloel his statements and Pepe they say no, I agree with you for say it's no matter in goalkeeping.
Yeah, it depends on the angle at which Pepe want to raise up in arguments. But for me, from a technical view, Magdalene and anybody way there above 5 feet can be a very good, outstanding goalkeeper. It all depends on your flight. And hence you get an effective training because the most important thing, Magdalene, with 5 feet, you can touch the roof, the goalpost. As long as you can able to touch the roof, then there's nothing wrong with that. Hence you can jump and touch her. So it's all about.
You give me opener for be the goalkeeper for Salone team.
Definitely, Magdalene. And okay, always tell people if you take a close look at the J League. When you watch the J League, you'll see the height of the goalkeepers. But it's all about good positioning, Magdalene. Oliver Kahn was not tall, but he was very outstanding. David Seaman not being tall, but these were outstanding goalkeepers. It's all about positioning and your flight. Hence, you get proper training. You cover that goalpost very easy. So it's another advantage for make you get height. But there is also a disadvantage where you get too much height, Magdalene. If you observe the light of Peter, check them in the suffer some of them ball and then not make the enemy they score too much under than wasted. And most of the time, the way you put ball them on flat gun, it's very challenging for goalkeepers with high height. But anybody with 5 feet, 6 feet, Magdalene, then they gone, they are best of friends. So you see from Coach Hallowell, and I know they come into this competition with high expectations, but this is what football teaches you. It humbles you. So I think it's like a moment where they don't be humble and again for go back and fix in mistakes there. And I'm sure that the game against Guinea, you go bounce back and get a better smile on the face for Sierra Leone State.
Dopeii, anything on the women's match yesterday? What's your take about the results?
I think for me, that the midfield.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think the Sierra Leone, the coaching for just fair way for me the midfield. The midfield was very open for the game. So I think come up with a structure because for they go to the defense, you need for pass the midfield. So I think you need for come up with a formation for the girls there where they go familiar with and regular in the training session. So at least it go there in their memories when they take on to the game. I think if you find a way for close the midfield, they have a better chance of beating Guinea. Guinea now we neighbor there. So from the morning with the beats there, I know I will go lose this game to Guinea.
Petro say, don't forget, follow the page as we are looking forward to reach 60K this month.
Yeah, so,
thanks, guys. Yes. Dope, you get on the legs.
No,
I want to watch Salone. They won't go. You know, so the technical affects with time.
Yeah, I think if the coach just sort out the midfield, the defense should be okay. Like Emmanuel said, the keeper not so problem. Look me height. I still play keeper. I'm one
Yeah.
of the best.
I don't want to see that keeper. That's short other
You know, he's very good at surprising.
that short boy.
He's multi-talented.
Say Salone play game today and we beat 4-1. Now the Multicultural World Cup in Australia, yeah. And one of the players, Jabi, scored 1 goal, Bojoma scored 2, and then we also get EB score 1, Kabia. But the goal will take people attention na Jabi, because Jabi now one touch as he can't say score. So
Wow.
congratulations, Jabi. We will discuss that. I will promise for calling today for like explain what how you feel we score, but we'll not get time. Technical each happen, computer issues. But next week, I know they only talk to you now at the talk to in a radio live, because yesterday I planned for talk to now, but also we will get technical each. So these 2 weeks, not let me phone give me because you will get technical problem. It's like passing on to me and I don't know how to put me on, anytime technical issue.
And I'm probably a good co-host there because they will hold the thoughts.
Oh yeah.
All right, so let we go and do the final draw, and then we can do we last Rob Mott by the game where Awale has now beat Manchester today. No, I'm mistake. Let Manchester beat us now.
No, we are the win.
Who man win today? Today the man
Wow.
Aziz pass
Aziz that twice so they kick out.
Yes. And the city
So Mohamed Kella na the other winner. Petrus will get on to 3. We're not going to do 5 draws today because of time. We got a lot of issues in the studio earlier. But quick one before they go, the big match, Super Sunday, Manchester United in Emirates. The only team for beat Arsenal this season in the Premier League. Although Arsenal will say they woke them, but it is what it is. And today maybe they go turn death or Manchester United will stop them again. Dopeii, Arsenal, make I come to you because Emmanuel, I
ready for speak for me. I think this game is going to be a very interesting game. The fact say, one, United they're missing then they're very key midfielder, which is Casemiro because of 5 yellow cards, so he's having a 1-match ban. So that's gonna play a big part for United. But I'll sure say the coach will get another formation or strategy for come up with for subsidize that loss today. In terms of Arsenal, phenomenal. They play football. The young guys, they're very energetic. The coach get the energy. The player didn't get the energy, and they just signed a very, very good player, Leandro Trossard. So we get for see waiting to us. Maybe if you play 90 or 30 minutes, we will see what he will bring to the table for Arsenal. In terms of prediction, this one I know. But if Arsenal win, not all. But I should say Arsenal, they right now they get that speed and get that energy. He did in a goal. He did in a goal. He had to lay and knock it off. But Man United are the only team where they knock them off earlier this season, and they still get that capability for do again. You understand? So don't forget to them beat Man City last week or the week after. So then too
critically.
Also, yeah, even though they do against Crystal Palace, they still also the coach also there on the road. So it's gonna be a very interesting match. 1 minute a gap, community supporters, so I go sleep.
Okay, they go sleep. Okay, good predict. Thank you. Emmanuel, last one now. Don't talk sweet talk or talk like analyst. Talk like we got in never they talk like analyst. Say any there, not talk like Arsenal.
No, Magdalene, and when it comes towards Arsenal and Manchester United, me, I'd always be one of the people that we can say I can wait for the 90 minutes. Simply because the Arsenal during the days of Arsene Wenger is different from the Arsenal presently under Arteta. And the Manchester United I used to know under the days of Sir Alex Ferguson is different from the Manchester United I know under Eric Ten Hag. Trust me, in those days of Sir Alex Ferguson, I can always tell people say, I don't know if Arsenal win, it's a miracle against Sir Alex Ferguson. But with waiting now with the C from Arsenal to put up, trust me, it therefore be another interesting match. But if Arsenal allow Manchester United get a first goal, it will be a very difficult match for them. And even in the absence of Casemiro, Manchester United has a formidable squad.
We get Fred, they put on the.
There is Fred as McTominay in that midfield. And also, you see Wan-Bissaka is doing extremely well back again into that team. And we can see the Portuguese guy can always get these quality runs we can do. Fernandez. When they can put a very good layoff ball for and make a finish. Yeah. And he has been very outstanding in that Manchester United team.
Really?
I'm so impressed about his performance. And so the Arsenal team, and to be sincere, this is not the team we don't impress me lately. Because when you take a look at the way the medical team they're able to manage Arsenal injuries lately, it's far better than the days of Arsene Wenger and this guy with next Unai Emery. Yeah, it's far better than those days because during those days Arsenal been to suffer too much of injury blows compared to now. And now you can see players and they go on injuries and return back, and then fitness is easily back there compared than before.
On a better pass Manchester on a facility than good. We Lingard back don't confirm what Ronaldo says. Say Manchester facility at Shambles. Emmanuel talk for it too. For me, because support Arsenal this season you enjoy small.
No, to be sincere, I remember I enjoy football when we been go 49 games unbeaten, but except when Manchester been put Skype away back again on the 50. No, yeah, but I was still enjoying football. And I also enjoy football. I also enjoy football the time when we went to the UEFA Champions League final and we were beaten by Barcelona after conceding a red card. So you see, it was for me. It was a good match. I remember Sol Campbell in head away being scored and saying any miss for without going for me could win the Champions League. So that was also another very good moment for me. Now so this year again when the boys are putting good smile on our face, I hope so we will come out very strong and win this game tonight and add more point gap and difference against Manchester City because this league also will be playing against Manchester City.
Okay, but you know we can unite. We can unite in the city for April said. Jabi go sleep, but we didn't interview today. We don't got time. One go. He said the first word where they take. Now maybe say at the interview, but I not say again. For this goal where he's called, you make noise by people like this. Wait, take it time. You know, say if here Ronaldo and say make sure put it now. Una take it time. Go sleep, or if you want to ask Manchester will be 2 now. Go sleep. I beg. All right, thank you very much, guys, for today's show. Thanks for holding the fort where we get the technical each. We just make a member who be the free to Emmanuel no. Then we want to I'm sorry you guys will have a technical each. PL money not there.
PL money not there.
Or the phone in top up 9 down, the phone in top up. Dimitros will succeed for when the system will talk. But next
I don't want to comment. You want to come back. No, okay, next week. Next week inside.
But Jabi for confirm to we say the sponsor next week. But already we don't get 2 giveaway next week. So Jabi will come with you. You know saying that chairman and leader.
Chairman Jibo. Chairman Jabi.
And next
Manager Jabi.
What they interview na professional camera that they use because
exactly.
You forget your platform.
All right, Auna Pepper also follow it throughout. United said Cristiano was the problem, but honestly, I don't think so. There were so many problems in the team. We will see what will happen in the absence of Cristiano. Well, I think Ronaldo don't move on, Manchester don't move on. After Ronaldo go 9 wins straight and then go back to default setting, go against Palace. We dey wait for see how Arsenal game go end today. Jabi says see we dey win. And Aruna, they say Xhaka is the tank of Arsenal. Yes, I agree. But Partey is the machine. All right, then.
Nice said. Well said, Maggie.
That's all we say. Bye bye for today. We're happy for the interaction. You know, we like when the white people they talk, they mean say, or they talk sense. A lot of people view today, and it was nice. We will see you next Sunday again. I know people that don't text me say, "Wow, no, they come twice a week." You know, easy we're going to spend the money, so don't go back twice a week. But we will manage to come every Sunday and bring gonna like whole candidates will bring lots of information. And I think say that's go well. But follow the page, share, like, and comment. We get more news for come up later. Until then, thanks to Dopeii and Emmanuel. Today I just test them. So one day I go there. I just them.
Emmanuel, test Chloe. That's a good job.
Last year we get a lot of breaks because I go holidays.
Yes.
I go so
Exactly.
there is marriage, there is this Emmanuel got program, when they come on. So now I don't find when I take the show, when I left you
well said, Maggie. Dopeii go mix the English and Creole.
They go ask now that Dopeii a professional athlete in the run. Now sprinter in the run next week. We wish all the best. Probably we'll bring in video. I like them after the run. Now Canberra. And on the 15th of February, I go time where they go on a Woolugong. I go look at that on the live because I know say Yanda will bring the medal.
By God's grace.
It's
just after Valentine. It's a Valentine run. Just after Valentine Day. Wow, Dopeii.
Dopeii. For camping pull you away from home.
Dopeii just after Valentine Day.
Now make with mine and go be super no. Because the community, the shoulder, you shoulder the carry the whole community now. Not only Sierra Leone, the African community. We want that. We not say do back the run, but for the max we recognize you because once for see you now France 2024. Don't not do nothing Valentine though. Keep fast like me. I don't keep fast for 4 years. Emmanuel, no, if I lay my hands on you, oh my God.
You are healed.
Wait for the blessing.
Okay. Bye, guys. See you guys on Sunday. And Emmanuel, we'll chat later. Bye. And good luck to Cape Verde.
Thank you, Magdalene.
Who down at the play next week, Thursday?
We got China.
China.
The colonizer.
No, we got China.
Oh, that's a Libanon back football. Okay, we all them. The ball in land at their foot. From Bojo to, now they play China, or they kill them.
Yeah, we get China.
Yeah.
All right.
Can watch Dopeii. Watch Dopeii on that day again.
No. You have to score 9 to see me. Don't worry, I come back. That game, this team in a keeper and striker. Are they in the middle? Any side of me are they?
But if Vada on can do so, that's what I do Van the back. If you don't get stand as keeper, the whole semi-final, the man gets as keeper, but it's all a turn.
Don't turn number 9.
So we confuse the opponents.
All right, guys. Talk to you guys later. Right.